Yes, a very good evening, children. So, today's physical science topic is electric current. Electric current. So, just to imagine, children, there is no current in our surrounding and in our home. We can't identify the things which are in room in the night. So we can't survival these days without electricity. That much we have to depend on the electricity. The world is dependent on the electricity. Without electricity, we can't survive. So, what is meant by current? Current means the flow of free electrons. The flow of free electrons is called current. The flow of free electrons is called current. So the conducting wire carries the charges and the charges are supplied to the devices which we have to use. The fan, bulb, refrigerator, TV, whatever it may be. So the charges carries through the conductor and supply the energy to the consumers at our home. So what is the daily life example which we are seeing the charges in lively? So what is the example which we are seeing the charges in daily? Live example in daily. That is lightning. Lightning is the best example to the daily life charges. Means here the charge we have to observe in our lively in by the lightning. So the lightning is when the two clouds are collided to each other. When the two clouds are collided to each other, then the charge will comes out, the lightning will comes out. So this lightning, when it is strike to the earth, the lightning becomes to discharge. Means when the two clouds are collided to each other, then lightning is comes out. It is the live example for charges. We have to observe in the atmosphere before the rainy. Especially the rainy season, we have to observe this. So it is a live example for charge. When the two clouds are collided to each other, then the spark will comes out, the lightning will comes out. These charges, if it is strike to the earth, it will be get discharged. Okay, children. So let me take one activity. So for this activity, required material, activity 1. One battery is required. Switch is required. Conducting wires are required. Bulb is required. These are the required material. So this all material join one to another. We have to make a circuit. It is the battery. Switch RP. So now just to imagine 3 situations for this. Battery will be there. It is battery. Switch RP. Bulb. Conducting wires. These are the conducting wires. Now the situation 1. Now all are joined together. See the two ends of the copper wires are connected to the battery. So the left negative charge. So the conducting wire from the battery, negative charge to switch and to bulb. So here the conducting wire is connected to the bulb one end. The conducting wire which comes from the negative charge to the switch and the second terminal. Then the bulb will glow. Means the circuit is completed here. All the apparatus you have to fix in systematic order and switch is closed now. When the switch closes, the electricity passes through it. The charges are carries the conducting wire and these charges is supplied to the bulb one terminal and here the charges are negative charges are. These charges are supplied to the switch and through this bulb second terminal. Now the bulb will glow. In second situation 2, just in this, there is no battery, absence of battery. Absence of battery. Because of battery, it is the sources. It produces chemical energies converted into electrical energy. The battery is converts chemical energy into electrical energy. So here, absence of battery, there is no battery. The remaining all are. The bulb does not glow because of there is absence of sources. The main source is not there. So then bulb does not glow. In situation 3, instead of copper wires, instead of these wires, you have to put the nylon wires. Nylon wires. And instead of copper wires, you have to arrange the nylon wire and a battery are there. The bulb does not glow. Because of nylon wire is a bad conductor. The charges will not pass through it. The current is not allowed through this. So according to this activity, what we conclude that means here. So the charges are depend on nature of the material. So copper before that copper wire will be there. That is a good conductor. And finally, option situation 3. Instead of this, we have to arrange the connect the nylon wire. Nylon is a bad conductor, which is not allow the electricity through itself. Copper is a good conductor, which is allow the electricity through itself. So that's why only the situation 1, the bulb will glow. Situation 2, there is no battery, means there is no source of energy. That's why bulb does not glow. In situation 3, instead of copper wire, you have to fix the nylon. Nylon is a bad conductor, which is not allow the electricity through itself. So that's why bulb does not glow. And the next one is current. In 19th century, Drude and Lorentz. So, is said that here, metal like a conductor contains of plenty of electrons. It is metal is a good conductor. Metal like conductor contains of number of free of electrons in this. In these places, the positive ions are located. Positive ions are fixed in these locations. The group of positive ions is called lattice. Group of positive ions. The conductor. Group of positive ions is called lattice. L-A-T-T-I-C. Lattice. Drude and Lorentz in 19th century. What is said that here? So the metal like a conductor consists of number of free electrons inside. These electrons are arranged randomly in the conductor. Means they are arranged in different directions. So in these locations, positive ions are arranged in this. The positive ions are set in this location. The group of ions is called positive ions is called lattice. So for this, assume cross-sectional area. This is the cross-sectional area of the conductor. Now, some of the charges, some amount of charges moves from left to right through the cross-sectional area, and some of the charges are moved from right to left. Means here the number of charges passes through the cross-sectional area from left to right, that is equals to the charges moves from right to left. Okay, children. The number of charges moves from left to right through the cross-sectional area is equals to the number of charges passes from right side to left side to the conductor, to the cross-sectional area. The net charge. So the net charge is 0. Because of some of the, for example, the 20 charges are moved from left to right, this direction, and to the opposite direction from right to left also 20 charges will come. Then the net charge is 0. When the net charge is 0, when the circuit is open. Circuit open means, children, there is no flow of current. Circuit open means, actually we are open means what we think that here current is close to this. But here circuit open means here there is no flow of current. There is no charges move. Okay, children. So it is. And now here the net charge is 0. Now so here now take your two conducting wires and connect to the battery. To conducting wire connect to the conductor. Two ends is connected to the conductor. Now electric field is set up in this. Due to that, the electrons are moved systematic order. They are moved in systematic order. Just assume that here cross-sectional area in this. So this is the positive charge and it is negative charge. Two conducting wires are connected to the battery, to the conductor. Now the electrons are moved in systematic order. Previous, the circuit is open. Means electrons are arranged in randomly in different directions in the conductor. When we supply when the two wires ends are connected to the conductor and to the battery, then the charges are carried through the conducting wire and touch to this. Electrons are moved systematic order. And the electrons or the charges are processed through the cross-sectional area. Now the circuit is closed now. We call closed circuit. Closed circuit means that electricity is processed. The charges are carries the conducting wires and supplied to this. Then the random electrons are set and they move in systematic order. This is the indication of flow of current through the circuit. So means what is meant by current according to this? That means here the number of charges or the amount of charges. The amount of charges cross the cross-sectional area. This is cross-sectional area. The number of charges cross the cross-sectional area in 1 second. In 1 second is called current. That means here, see children, one second lo any charges aide ee area gunda move avutayo danne మనం current antaru. The number of charges cross the cross-sectional area in 1 second is called current. And understood children? Means here these are the charges. In 1 second, how many charges are cross this area? That is called current. The number of charges cross the cross-sectional area in 1 second is called current. So current equals to charge by time. In second it is charge by time. According to this, you have to say the definition also. See, the number of charges cross the cross-sectional area in 1 second is called current. So current is denoted by I, charge is denoted by Q, time is denoted by T. This is the formula of current, children. I equals to Q by T. Current. I equals to Q by T. So then let me write the units of this. I means current. Current units are ampere. Q means charge. Charge units are coulomb. T equals to seconds. I means current. Current measured in ampere units. Q means charge. Charge measured in coulomb units. T means time. Time measured in seconds. So this is the formula of current. I equals to Q by T. So 1 coulomb equals to 1 coulomb per 1 second is equals to 1 ampere. 1 coulomb per 1 second equals to 1 ampere. Ampere is the current measured in ampere. So we have to put the letters A. A means ampere. Okay, so this is the current use definition. The amount of charge across the cross-sectional area in 1 second is called current. It is the definition of another one. So the charges are moved in systematic order in a conductor. Positive charge, the positive charges are moved towards the negative charge, and the negative charge move towards the positive charge. Like this, children. So here. So here, see, children, electrons are present in the conductor. Now, some electrons are is the positive and negative. Okay. So that some electrons are moved from positive terminal to negative terminal. Some are moved from negative terminal to positive terminal. At this time, see, some of the electrons move from positive terminal to negative terminal, and some is moves from negative terminal to positive terminal. Then both are collides to each other. Both electrons are collides to each other. When it is collides, and it will be halt for 1 second. It will lose energy. When it is collides to each other, it will be halt for fraction of second, and they lose the energy. And again, they gains the energy and moves continuously because of the energy comes from sources. A value will be there. It produces energy continuously. That energy carries the conducting coil and supplied to the metal. Then the electron gets moved. And again, their electrons are collided to each other. Due to that, it will be halt for fraction of second, and they lose the energy. Again, it is gains from the source of energy sources. The energy gains, and again they starts to move. This process will continuously occur. This kind of speed is called drift speed. Drift speed or drift velocity. So what is in here drift speed? So here, this is the conductor. Conductor contains of electrons. These are the flow of electrons. Okay, sir. The electrons in a conductor moves with constant average speed. It is called drift speed or drift velocity. So means when the electrons are moves from right side to left side and left side to right side, they are collides to each other. Every collision, they halt and they lost their energy. And after some time, they gain the energy from the source. Again, they restart and remove. So here, electrons are present in the conductor. The electrons in a conductor moves with constant average speed. They are called drift speed or drift velocity. Are you understood here? So these are the electrons. Some electrons move from positive terminal to negative terminal. Some electrons move negative terminal to positive terminal and they collide to each other. When they are collide, it will be halt for some fraction of second and lost the energy. When they collide, they lost their energy. Electron energy is lost. Then they gain the energy. Means the energy is continuously produces. The energy is continuously produces to the conducting wire. The energy is continuously carry the conducting wire and supply to the conductor. And again they gain the energy. Again they restart. Okay, so this is called drift speed and drift velocity. Means the electrons in a conductor moves with constant average speed. It is called drift speed or drift velocity. Okay, children, very most important for our first question. And next one is potential difference or voltage. Potential difference and voltage. So take a two conducting wires and connect to the battery terminals. Okay, children. First we have to take a two conducting wires and connect to the battery terminals. So here it is. Now it is a one conductor and two conducting wires are connected to the battery. Now here, when the conducting wires are connected to the battery, so then in this completely filled with electric field. The conductor is filled with electric field. When it is happened, when the conducting wires are connected to the battery, then switch is closed or the total electric field is set up into the conductor. Then the electric field means the electric force is moved through the positive terminal and it is supplied to the electron. Now the electrons gets accelerated towards the electric field direction. So where the electric field is moving, which direction the electric field is moving, that direction the electrons are moving from positive terminal to negative terminal throughout the length of the conductor. And understood, children? It is a conductor and the two ends of the wire, conducting wire connected to the battery. Then electric field is set up into the conductor. Due to the electric field, it produces electric force. That electric force is strike to the electron which are rests in the conductor. Then the electrons are gets accelerate and move throughout the length of the conductor. It's from A to B. They can start move from A to B. This is called potential difference or voltage. Okay, children. That means here in previous the conductors contains of plenty of free of electrons. They are arranged in randomly, not systematically. When we supply the current to this, that charges are push the electron in systematic order. Because of when the two wires is connected to the battery, from battery to conductor, then the battery carries the energy, electric force that is carries and strike to the electron gets accelerated. Then it is moves from point A to B. It is called electric potential difference or voltage. So that means here, what is the work done here? Which work is done? The work is done on unit positive charge. So here, when the two wires are connected to the battery, then it is produces electric force. These electric force, due to the electric force, electrons are gets accelerated in the direction of electric field. So when the two wires are connected to the battery, so now electric field is set up into the conductor. So in which direction electric field is moved, that direction is electrons are moved. Because of electric force is applied on the electron. Then these forces push the electron towards the electric field direction. This process is called potential difference or voltage. So what is work done here? So work done means the battery means when the two wires are connected to the battery, it produces electric force. Due to the electric force, electrons are gets accelerated from A to B throughout the length of the conductor. Electric force moves throughout length of the conductor. So then potential difference or voltage definition, see children, work done by the electric force. EF means electric force. Work done by the electric force. Work done by the electric force on unit positive charge. And unit positive charge. It can move through the length of the conductor. It is called potential difference or voltage. Work done by the electric force. So here see children, before the electrons which are not connected to the conducting wire, they are resting positions. When we connect the conducting wire to the battery, it is creates the electric field in the conductor. It is filled with electric field. And the electric field produces electric force. This electric force works on the unit positive charge and strike to the electron. The electron gets accelerated throughout the conductor. Work done by the electric force. Work done by the electric force on unit positive charge. It can move from one point to another point. It is called potential difference or voltage. So potential difference or voltage, we have to denote it by V. V equals to W by Q. V means potential difference or voltage children. W means work done. Q means charge. Okay. So then, what is work done? When the two wires are conducting wires are connected to the battery, it will create electric force. This electric force pull the electron or push the electron entire length of the conductor. So that's why work done means it is creates electric force. It is work throughout the conductor. And Q, work done. Electric force push the electron towards the length of the conductor by charge. So here W equals to V equals to W by Q. Work done by charge. Work done. What is the work done? Electric field creates the electric force. Due to the electric force exerts the force on the electron. This force is exerted on the electron, then the electron gets accelerated from point A to B. Means throughout the length of the conductor. So potential difference V equals to W by Q equals to FEL by Q. Potential difference measured in volts. So V equals to potential difference. That means volt. W means work. Work is denoted by joule. Q means charge. Charge is denoted by coulomb. Means units. 1 joule, 1 coulomb equals to 1 volt. Okay, children. V means potential difference or voltage. It is denoted by V. V measured in which units? Volt. W work. Work measured in joule. Charge measured in coulomb. 1 joule per coulomb equals to 1 volt. It is the potential difference. Okay, children. Potential difference is nothing but work done by the electric force on unit positive charge. It can move from throughout length of the conductor. It is called potential difference or voltage. Okay, children. Potential difference is denoted by V. V equals to work done by charge. Potential difference measured in volt, work measured in joule, charge measured in coulomb. 1 joule per 1 coulomb equals to 1 volt. 1 joule per coulomb equals to 1 volt. Okay, children. So this is about the potential difference or voltage. Once again, first definition of current. The flow of free electrons is called current. And what is meant by conductor? So conductor is nothing but the material which allow the electricity through itself is called conductor. Example of all the metals. And non-metal are insulators. The material which does not allow the electricity through itself, they are called insulator or bad conductor. Example of plastics, stone. Okay, these are some examples. These pipes. Next one, lattice. The group of positive ions in the conductor is called lattice. It was introduced by Groot and Lorentz. And next one is, when the circuit is open, the net charge is 0. Next one, current. The amount of charges cross the cross-sectional area in 1 second is called current. Current is denoted by I, charge is denoted by Q, time is denoted by T. Therefore, current formula I equals to Q by T. Current measured in ampere units, charge measured in coulombs, time measured in seconds. And drift speed. The electrons in a conductor moves with a constant average speed. It is called drift speed or drift velocity. Next one is potential difference or voltage. Work done by the electric force. Work done by the electric force on positive charge. Work done by the electric force on positive charge. It can move from positive terminal to negative terminal. It is called potential difference or voltage. So then, potential difference or voltage is denoted by V. V equals to work done by charge. What is work done? Electric field, electric force. The electric force is produced of this electric field. This is push the electron throughout length of the conductor in field direction. So that's why work done means electric force into L by Q. Potential difference denoted by V, units are volt. Work is measured in joule. Q, charge is measured in coulomb. 1 joule per coulomb equals to 1 volt. 1 joule per coulomb equals to 1 volt. So this is about the potential difference and voltage, children. So these are the important topics today. We will meet next class, and you have to complete, which are we complete the lesson, you have to by heart the lesson and try to understand the concept. The concept oriented is very, very most important, children. By heart is very bad habit. So just avoid the by heart process. Then you have to try to understand the concept. And exams are very rarely. So means here just only 1 month schedule will be there. Or you have to complete the syllabus and complete the revision as soon as possible. Don't waste the time unnecessary. Because of this time is the one paper. Physics and chemistry is 1 day only, children. So keep it in mind. What are the lessons we have? We have to complete thoroughly and complete every line, check carefully. Read the textbook is very, very important. Thank you.